back up? Okay.
Bubsy is... The only thing Bubsy's eating is my thumb.
Yeah, he's being really good, actually.
He's been kind to me ever since I came home. Which is weird, given how I fucking chucked him across the room last night.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
What'd you do, or what'd he do?
He knocked... So, my Switch charging cradle, which had my Switch in it at the time, is on the edge of my desk right next to my computer, right?
Yeah.
And my computer case is open, so stuff can fall through it.
Right.
So this little asshole jumps up on my desk, dashes around everywhere, pushes the Switch off. The Switch falls out of its cradle, falls completely through my computer, hitting everything it possibly could on the way down, and hits the ground.
Wow.
So I got really fucking mad because he almost destroyed $2,000 worth of equipment in a space of less than a second. I grabbed him by the torso and threw him out of the dining room. He didn't hit anything and he landed on his feet, so he was fine.
Yeah,
but, like,
it startled him enough, I guess.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of him. I was fucking pissed off.
Well, I'm glad he didn't hurt anything.
No, I mean, if I had the motivation to continue with Stadium, I would have continued with Stadium, so I don't really know why you asked. I'm pretty sure I'm just not ever going to do it because it's boring.
Well, Bubsy's just a kid.
The soundboard wasn't hard to make, so you could do that. I think it's only... It's not a Switch statement. I wouldn't... That's not a good design approach, but... I think it's only like 100 lines of code or something. It's not much. Because, like, all I did was I went online and found a Java-based IRC bot, imported it as a library, and then just told it to, like, connect, and I, like, added string parsing, and, you know, that's how it listens for stuff. Like, when the IRC chat says, like, every time it gets a message, there's a function that's called that analyzes the message, and if the message contains a command, it tries to parse the command and execute it. And it uses reflection to, like, valid commands are defined by, like, I'll write a function that's the same name as the command, and it uses reflection to figure out which one it is. I didn't see your question about Bonsly, although I haven't. I imagine what the question. I can imagine what the question is, but I can't see it.
But yeah, so it's like I was just recommended to fight these with fire arrows, and like that's never been suggested to me earlier in the game, so I'm not sure how I was supposed to know that they would work. Like I was always told to use ice arrows.
On the wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought any arrows would work on them.
I mean, they do, but apparently fire arrows are a one-hit.
What am I doing about Bonsly? Nothing. Technically, Bonsly and Munchlax are coded into the game, and so I could enable them, but Bonsly is missing a bunch of data, which I could randomize, but the thing is, Bonsly isn't anywhere in the game, so there'd be no point. Like, you know, I could give him valid data, but he doesn't show up anywhere, and currently I don't know how to modify, like, where stuff shows up, because, like, I don't know how to modify the level data, so that wouldn't be terribly useful. And the same goes for Munchlax, although Munchlax is a problem especially because Munchlax has an entry in the Pokemon data, but he doesn't have a model, he doesn't have animations, he doesn't have a cry, nothing. He has no assets. Even though he has, like, an entry with no data in it. Like, the only thing in the game that's coded with Munchlax is the thing's name and its national dex number. Like, that's it. So, not only
what
does
is its national dex number in that? Do you know?
It would be... So, Chimeco is... The game thinks Chimeco is,
386.
Yeah, it thinks... No, yeah, that's right. I think stream code is 386, so 388 would be Munchlax. Because it's one after Bonsai.
Okay, so I just got to look at summoning ones. Good to know. I'm guessing this is probably the last floor.
I've played 2 Yu-Gi-Oh games throughout my life, despite being a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And, well, not a big fan, but, and one of them was on the GBA.
Cat.
One of them was on the GBA, and I don't remember what it was called, and I can't find it anymore, so I have no idea what it was. And, the other one is, what's it called? Forbidden Kingdom? Or something like that on the GameCube, which is a very interesting game. I've actually been kind of wanting to play through it again, because it's been, like, what,
So here's
15 years since I played it?
Moment of truth here. I find it incredibly unlikely that this is going to actually be the song, so let's see what we actually have here.
Fantastic.
Okay, so,
What'd you get? Sorry.
it was a heart piece.
Oh, okay.
So, where in
Worth
the
it.
actual fuck is this song?
Do we have to look it up?
Yeah, we have to look it up, because I cannot think
Do you
of...
want me to check, or is enough of the list gone through?
I don't care.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna check.
Remind me.
The song can't be in Hyrule. I mean, it could be if the other 2 Triforce pieces are somewhere, but, let's see.
He protect,
Baby
but he
boy.
attack. But he mostly attack.
Right now, he's attacking like a
Just,
red blanket.
Just
What?
Control F, command, I guess. Letter from Beto's mother.
What?
Beto.
Who the fuck is Beto?
Beto?
It's gotta be the Japanese name, right?
Beto? Letter from
What
Beto's
the
mother.
fuck?
Look that up.
Someone tell me who that is.
It's not the, like...
It's not the Rito, is it? The, like...
What do you mean? What mother?
Like, I don't know.
I don't remember what the name... Oh, intern at the mail place.
It is?
He has a letter from his mother?
Okay. Can someone tell me what I need to do? Because
I didn't know you had a
like,
name.
I mentioned... I mean, every character has a name, but... I even mentioned in a previous stream that he said something about a letter, and I wondered if I needed to do something with it, but I assumed that it would just kind of present itself.
I don't remember what the GBA game was. I'm pretty sure it's not the Sacred Cards. I remember it was a lot of fun, though. Problem is, though, by now that game is so horrendously outdated, I'd probably rather just play a newer one, but I don't know. You know, nostalgia. I'd like to go back and see how good the game actually was.
Believe it or not, most of that was not actually me dicking around.
"40 puzzle duels? No. It wasn't anything like that.
Card games on motorcycles.
Oh, okay, well then maybe it had it and I just never did it. Because I probably didn't know it existed.
We might need note to mom. Oh. Yeah, okay, let's see where that is. Note to mom.
Well, it's right there. Submarine
Right.
flight control platform.
Oh.
I thought you went to the flight control. Did you miss a step?
Maybe.
Oh yeah? You in what army, huh? Huh? Huh?
He loves his home. Like the little bunny kicks he gives it.
That's him trying to snap its neck.
Yeah.
The submarine's right here. I could have sworn I did this.
Do you have the note? Is that why?
No. It says note to mom is in the submarine in the flight control platform square. I guess I haven't done this.
Strange. Oh boy!
Thank you.
It's our favorite. What's metal?
I mean, I knew there had to be some stuff in the game that I just overlooked, but it's weird because I thought that I saw this submarine.
So with the command melody, we can finish
Both of the done, yeah.
If I could hit all the attempts.
Do we actually need to finish them?
They probably contain Triforce pieces because I'm still missing 2 of
We need
those.
Hyrule to open up. We can't get into Hyrule, right?
That's yeah. I mean that's my ultimate goal is to just have access to Hyrule.
Because if we have access to that, we can go straight to Ganon.
Did you ever get the Tower of the Gods to rise up out of the water?
Yeah. I'm actually finding this room, like, more annoying than most of the crap from the labyrinth. Like, can we please be done? I'm annoyed by the constant disconnects because I worry that now the stream is going to be broken into like 19 pieces.
I don't think it does that anymore. Depends on how long it was out, I think.
Check it out. Check it out.
Check it out. Check it out.
Check it out with the brown brick.
Having ourselves a Minecraft. Oh boy, note to mom.
Yeah, I don't remember this at all.
Probably because you don't get it from here at all.
Maybe. Where do you normally get it? Just from the lab?
Just from talking to him.
Oh, I see.
So the light arrows became the note
When you
to
say
mom.
you were right, were you like, was this ever recommended to me? Because I don't remember it ever being said. Like, I specifically asked if he gave you something, and then I think I was told, like no, I think like, didn't he say something about a letter, and then somebody said, like, no, that was for, like, the girlfriend with the 20 feathers. And that made sense to me, but I guess it would, nah. I don't.
Girlfriend with the 20 feathers. Manga Supermodel, let's go.
We knew it was mom's. See, I don't remember that ever being mentioned either. I mean, I probably have, like, not noticed certain things in the chat, but I don't think it was ever said.
It's a joke because we looked it up. My mom, my mom. Oh, what? We gotta pay for it? $5. Stupid.
Postage is crazy.
Oh, thank you.
Can't deliver the Wind Waker. Don't know how to deliver the Wind Waker.
How do I have
He-
light
he
arrows?
got
I
light
got it
arrows
from
from the
the
man
same guy that I'm about to get the command melody from.
Yep. He just had all the good shit all along. We should have just mugged his ass.
I don't know, the Salvatore had some pretty good stuff.
Okay, I'm done.
Salvatore is the Earth Sage. That's why he's so down to earth. Somebody laughed.
What?
I made a joke and nobody laughed.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
No, I was saying is because Salvatore is the Earth God because he's so down to earth.
Nope, don't get it.
I get it from the mail, really?
Get the melody from the mail.
Well, sure, why not? It's not the only time it's happened. Didn't you get the Song of Passing from the mail?
I thought the Song of Passing was just from a random submarine or something.
Well, you got
but-
something else from the mail that was weird.
Well, I mean, Din's Pearl, but...
I thought there was something else. Yeah. Wasn't it like the Earth God's lyric or something?
I don't remember. It might have been.
Oh, he didn't realize it was a randomizer. That would be kind of confusing.
There's always that one guy.
Well, he's new.
That one
Not allowed.
asshole
He's
Not allowed to be.
He's a new
Joins-
person. God
joins
damn
the
it!
stream and asks us questions.
Don't run him off. We love you, new person.
There it is.
Stay with us.
Get up!
Here's the mailbox. Better leave. To my son's superior.
This isn't
Have a
much,
song.
but I hope you'll accept it.
Good.
God damn.
That was pretty bad.
Yay.
That was probably the most obscure thing that could have happened.
Oh yeah. You know what?
Yeah, you're new for Anne.
Alright, well... Should we do Wind Before Earth, since you never have that option normally?
Yeah, it was my brother.
Gone with the wind.
It was my brother.
I say we do Wind... Oh wait, I forgot, this isn't actually the Wind Temple. The Wind Temple is in the Tower of the Gods. Let's go back.
It's good shit. Don't you do it.
Damn it.
Motherfucker.
Super loud.
I enjoy the variable, volume song playing there. You could have just asked me to do that. Oh, no, you couldn't have just asked me to do that. I stand erected. Okay.
No.
All of us are brothers. No, Bubsy's over
Man, that
playing.
looks good. What the fuck are you doing?
Bubsy's playing with his little gnome.
So we sail into the tower, and then just
And then, unfortunate things.
this. Come with me, my son.
I don't like the wind temple.
Come on,
It's
Makar.
fake anyway.
Come get your ass and plant these trees. So the wind can go away. Do the trees like suck the wind out of the air?
I have
Like
no
they were
idea.
just so starved for oxygen or something.
So could we not even start the temple because of this?
Nope.
Wow. Well,
Are we underwater? And make ours
is this
die.
real life?
Feed make ours to a seagull. Careful, he's wooden.
Wait, does that not put out the wind? Or did it do both?
And Triforce piece?
That'd be interesting. If true. Every chest is golden feather.
Oh. Well, good thing. Good to get that just right away. Very nice.
So, how get past thing?
Is there a button?
So I guess we could have gone further into here.
Maybe? Oh, I planted a tree. But
Oh,
no, you don't.
Do you need to possess Makar and like put him up there?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. the button?
Still new.
Let go. I like how it's not drop, it's let go. And Bubsy eats the gnome. Ah! Alright, so this dungeon will not contain either of the Triforce pieces, and will, in fact, cannot speak. No, I don't know. Will not, in fact, cannot speak. Oh! Link, do things. Do things that you are told to do.
Shit.
Homer. Homer. I wish to eat pant. Homer. What the hell? What's the point of that? Get stuck on the switch. This isn't gonna be annoying. I kind of hate the command melody just out of principle.
Yeah, it's very long.
I mean, it's not very long,
Melody
it's just...
in concept.
I don't know why you can't just tell them to do things.
Yeah. I feel like it just could have been utilized differently.
Or if you stand on a particular button, you take control of Mayfire or something. I don't know.
You split up, yeah.
Or like in Majora's Mask, where you take control of Keifi.
Keifi? I thought it was coffee.
Is it
I like how that
I
worked.
thought it was Keifi.
Oh, stupid.
That was the best.
I always call it cafe.
Oh, I
It's
say
like-
Keifi. I don't know.
I think I usually say cafe or cafe, I don't remember.
It's like the difference between Saria and Saria.
I used to always say Saria.
I
say
also say sorry.
I say Saria. It sounds more natural.
No,
Sorry.
I think Saria sounds more natural. Because it's
Where is it?
Aria with an S at the front.
But Saria.
Asshole. Bah!
Aria with an S at the front.
Was it dead? It didn't make the dying noise.
I like that pronunciation. Chafia. I just want dungeons.
How about let's just start with dungeons?
Let's just start with dungeons and see if they can handle that. And we'll go from there.
It... Oh.
Oh no, not the grabby hands.
Dexy hand. I don't know actually what it is. Yeah, it's my favorite texture.
What, these vines?
Yeah, specifically these vines on the back of the bomb shop. But I think it's the same texture here.
What is it?
I didn't really like the divine beasts personally. I thought
Did you start at the top?
Hmm? Does it matter?
I'm just wondering if you started at the top.
Dialga versus Dialga.
I always
That
said
makes me sick.
Dialga.
Yeah, I also always said Dialga.
Bye, Electro. Have a good night.
I found what I needed because I had to look it up. It was stupid.
It was
It
defeated.
was fake and gay. But mostly
can take me
fake, but
for what I
mostly gay.
Now you can take Makar without him getting captured. I think there's a way to actually not let him get captured, but I don't know it.
I'm totally gonna do the dungeon out of order. God damn it, really? Does it not go high enough? Okay. I never watched Ray William Johnson, but I was aware that he existed and looked like a douche. That was about it. Sure is a lot of planting trees in this level. 1, 2, 12, molestation? I don't know. How long can we keep it going? Alright. Yeah, this dungeon's tedious. I probably should have just done Earth Temple. Please. Homer. Homer, please. I hate it. No. Playing games is for, like, weirdos with big weird eyebrows. I don't know how my day was. You tell me. Work was not the worst it could have been, but it was still a Sunday, and therefore I had to make 4 billion pizzas. I do kind of wonder, like, how many I actually had to make.
3.
I got to catch a customer in a lie, which is fun.
Oh, good. You should tell the story.
Well, it's not that impressive, but it amused me. Because I was on cut table all day, so I know exactly when I get my drivers and all that. And I really didn't make any mistakes, didn't swap anything out, so I was doing good today. And I had a customer call and say that their wings were forgotten. I'm like, well, let me print out the ticket, you know, see if I can remember it. It was the big dinner box order, which you only had one of. And I know I put the wings in there because I don't use the big dinner box itself because I hate it. And I put them in medium boxes. So I knew that the wings were in there because it was in the black container. But, so I was like, well, you know, tell him I'm not going to give him wings because I put it in there.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, his tune changed. He's like, well, it's actually the cheese sticks that was missing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, if I was to take what my manager says at face value, it would sound like we make commission off of every pizza. Because he's always shouting about how it's easy money whenever a bunch of orders come in. Like, who's making money? I don't even think you are. Like, you don't earn more depending on how many sales we make. So I don't think he does. Can I do this without leaf pumping? Yeah. And now again. This level sure is brown. And then Bubsy hits F2.
Good music.
Actually sounds like a Pikmin 2 dungeon.
All I hear is dun 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 dun.
So the first item that you get in this game, fucking shoes. Not a sword, not like a laser gun. No, you get a pair of fucking shoes to kill enemies with.
Well, the first item in Pokemon, at least Gen 3, is a pair of shoes.
Yeah, I watched Breaking Bad. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say anything more enlightening than that, just I liked it. Like a fucking slug on acid! I've seen roadkill move faster than this. So I don't actually know what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't see how Pikmin randomized would do anything.
Yeah, you could randomize the ship parts. You could
Like
randomize
what enemies appear where,
yeah,
maybe.
what enemies appear where. You could randomize which Pikmin you get. I don't think it would make the game much more interesting.
Life is Strange randomized.
And it's random which dialogue line you get. That would actually make it interesting to watch.
Random loud snort with no explanation.
Pikmin 2 randomized. I kind of feel like that has the same problem.
It's random. I mean, the dungeons are kind of randomized, but
Yeah, the dungeons are randomized,
clean.
but like,
I don't know if I get anything for doing this.
like what is there in 2 to randomize? What treasures are where? Which, just like in Pikmin 1, doesn't really
it
change
doesn't
anything.
change anything.
Which enemies are where?
How many
And-
cats are alive at one given time?
Like, that's basically it. Like, it seems to me... Okay, so there is one more thing you could do in Pikmin 2 that you couldn't in Pikmin 1, which is what things connect to what other things. So, like, you go in a dungeon, and it's just a completely different dungeon. And then you go down a floor, and it's a completely different dungeon.
That'd
And
be
so on and so
interesting.
forth. Like, that'd be the only thing you could do.
There is a Mario 1 randomizer. It was fairly boring. Vinny tried to stream it, realized that it was boring, and then just started corrupting it. And then there was a part where he died unexpectedly, and it was just like, "Oh, the princess now want to permanent guest!" And like, just for no reason. Like, very loud and sudden. I like how you have to break this to, like, spawn a chest or something.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Actually, I don't know what it does. Does it spawn the enemy?
Well, the thing you're thinking of is in a different room, I think.
Oh.
There's a spot where you have to break through the floor and it
Asshole.
spawns different things.
No?
Putting treasures and random enemies, I mean, again, I still don't think it would really change anything, because that's pretty much, you know, like, it's already sort of like that anyway. There's not really any rhyme or reason to which enemies have treasures or why. I don't think it would add to the challenge or anything, because, you know, the standard strategy is always just to kill everything and then grab all the treasures, so...
Pretty much. You always wondered that, huh? Except you didn't actually say you always wondered it, and I just interpreted that, so good statement.
Bubsy.
Well, I was wondered is, that's better.
Bubsy, he's playing with
Good. What's he doing?
He's playing with, like, I think, a quarter.
Oh, he's playing with the Wii sensor bar. Hey!
Hi!
We're talking to you, cat.
Hi, it's my brother, how you doing?
Bubsy. I can't exactly squirt water in that area.
Do it.
Asshole cat!
Bubsy.
17 Empress Bulblacks.
Theoretically possible.
Would they just all inhabit the same space? I think they're like... I imagine that they're like tied to the room.
It would be
Holy
cool.
shit. An actual use for this song.
Isn't that the one you can just like sneak past into?
Maybe.
I don't know if that's this one.
Except I don't have my little tree buddy, so I can't do it. I just kind of left him somewhere. I don't know where he is.
Can we just light little tree buddy on fire? I don't like Makar.
Can we what?
Light him on fire.
Why would you like him?
But he's
Because I
cute.
don't like
He's
him.
adorable.
I don't like him.
Why?
He's annoying.
He's not annoying.
He's also fat.
He's not fat. He's thick.
He's very fat. He's
He's
quite
thick-
rotund. His
thick
whole
bae.
body is his fat stomach.
He's thick bae.
Thick bay, really.
DK64 randomized. What would you randomize in that?
Which bananas belong to which
Oh,
cons?
God.
To make it more tedious.
You shut up, Rob.
The problem is there'd be a lot of situations where that would just render it impossible. That'd be bad.
Well, I'm just talking about like the regular colored ones, not even the
Oh,
gold
those
ones.
ones. Okay. Yeah.
So
that'd be
just
a lot.
you're walking,
That'd be good.
you're walking along, and there's just like a
Well, that could
row
still-
of like 4 colors of
that could still
bananas.
render
Makar is
some of them
adorable, and
like-
he has a cool instrument, and he has cool music. So there.
I like Makar better than Medley.
Okay. What are you doing?
Oh, I do not know what it is, but
Yeah, I think really the best games for randomizing are the ones where progress has to happen in some kind of order. And you know,
That was the song.
DK64 definitely has an order, but only with respect to the levels and basically nothing else. And the same thing goes with Pikmin, pretty much.
Oh!
There's one.
Yay.
Watch them both be in this temple. Earth Temple completely useless.
I'd be cool with that.
Okay, I'm done.
I like the Earth Temple better than this temple. But so far it looks like we had to come in here.
Anyway, yeah, I've seen Axe Cop, but I haven't like read all of it. I'm gonna run out of magic. Holy diver!
I mean, I realize it was a joke. I was just analyzing it and seeing how, feasible it would be.
Oh, hi.
P-hat, more like penis. Get out of here.
More like penis, comma, B. Nope!
It'd be bad if he unplugged something.
I'd like to finish Not Prawn. We haven't looked at the level in forever, but I don't know what we could possibly
Maybe
find in it.
we'll glean new information from the lack of information.
If there was actually a puzzle, maybe, but there's fucking
Yeah,
not. There's no
weren't we
puzzle.
just like looking for oddness in the like source code? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what every level is, but it's
you
like,
look for oddness in the source code, you look for oddness in the picture, you look for oddness in the URL. That's all there is. And on the last level, there's none of that. There's nothing. It's a picture with
Okay.
nothing remarkable about it. The picture data has nothing in it at all, like the metadata. There's nothing.
and
The
that's
source
just
code
attacking my
is as bare bones and lack of anything as you can get. Which makes
Fuck off.
which makes me wonder
I
if
don't
it's
even know what I just said, but he's seriously like about to break skin.
Can you put him in there or something? Because he's kind of crazy right now. No. Can you put him in there? Because he's kind of.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize what you meant by in there, so I didn't know you were talking to me.
Yeah, I don't want to put him in.
Ow!
He's getting a little crazy.
That hurts, cat.
Yeah, the motherfucker.
You gotta sit here and enjoy it.
Wonderful wine.
Yeah, we have cat toys.
No, he wasn't kneading. He was attacking and biting us.
Yeah, kneading is cute. Attacking and biting is not.
All the packets the HTTP server sends are the picture and the source for the page. That's what it does.
He's still in here. I don't fucking know.
If it did any more than that, then there would be a JavaScript that corresponded to it, which there isn't.
I have no idea where I'm trying to take him. I'm just gonna plop him down here. Plop.
He does actually take a lot of his toys into my room. I'll just drag them in there.
I got command melody by getting a letter to mom from a submarine and then mailing it off and just getting it in response. That could have been something to do with the previous puzzle. I don't think we actually thought about that.
I like how it all comes down to the interns.
It's not like an out of band thing. It's like that's just not how HTTP works. Like,
what's with this random spike? What is this?
I think that thing moves around normally.
Oh!
Okay.
Family Guy fall, go.
It's like over HTTP. Well, it's definitely HTTP because that's how we connect to the website. Like the link starts with HTTP://, which means use the HTTP protocol. Then the HTTP protocol, all it actually does is it goes and gets an HTML document, and we can see everything in that document. And the only thing the HTML document does once our browser executes it is goes and gets that picture over HTTP, which again just sends the picture. Like there's nothing else that would come with it. If there was, the web page would throw errors and stuff, which it doesn't. If it was, there's no logic that can send rogue packets. Like that's not how HTTP works. Like there would be nothing to allow that. It'd have to be a different protocol, which it doesn't use. Like the Nopron server can't just send our computer whatever data it wants. It's not.
Yo. Is it stuck?
There is no application side. That's what I'm getting at. It's literally your computer is just getting a copy of a file from the computer you connect to. I think that's it. If it did anything but that, it would throw errors, which we could see.
I feel like there's a chest that spawns here. I'm not sure how you do that. Maybe it's just that switch down there.
HTTP replies have like a header that comes with them, and there's like status codes that you get. And if you get any status code that's not just here's the file, then it'll throw errors and stuff.
Okay.
If it did anything else, it would have to be triggered by JavaScript, and there's no JavaScript on the page.
Oh, okay, I guess we can't bring him in here. Oh, is it like a mini boss or?
Yep, this is the main boss, which is a grand time.
Yes, we hear you. You are definitely a toucan. Wait for me to get up there. Not easily.
And you know, the lack of anything makes me wonder if we actually found the last level, like, because we found it.
You think it might be a jape?
Well, it's either it might be a jape. It could also be Oh, okay.
Okay.
It could also be just a part of another level that we found, and that's why there's no information on it. Like, maybe that thing only made sense in its original context, and we just took it out of it.
Yeah. The way we found it was pretty goddamn good.
Yeah,
so basically,
we just guessed words and found it.
I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Like, the level before it, I think, also didn't really have any hints, but
we figured something out. Like,
there was. I figured out the logic backwards. Basically, we were on a level and had no idea what to do, and we're just typing in random words, and without giving away what the answer is or giving any hints towards it, we were just, like, we knew that we were just bullshitting, but it was like, we should name a bunch of blanks.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did a few,
like,
we did several categories of words, and we're like, let's try these things.
There was a category of things that we tried looking up, and Joel typed in, like...
It was dinosaurs, and we typed in Triceratops.
You really weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, whoops.
Like, I was trying to avoid spoilers.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
They have to get to the level anyway.
That's true.
Okay, so...
Actually, yeah, that doesn't give the answer, because the answer is not just that piece, that's just a piece of the answer.
I guess.
There's a huge other amount of stuff that goes with it.
But yeah, I guess now that it's been given away, basically, yeah, I was just like, we should name a bunch of dinosaurs, and we typed in, like, 5 different dinosaurs,
yeah, we tried
and I'm like,
oh,
gotta try Triceratops, maybe it's that one, and it actually was. And well, there was no...
I don't know that it was.
There was no logic or anything that led to this, like... There was nothing dinosaur related, basically. Yeah. It was a random bullshit guess, and it happened to work.
Which is why I think it's probably not even actually that.
Like, you think it's a different...
And, well, I keep telling you, Kay, like, that I'm telling you, that's not... What you're suggesting is not
What did
possible.
I get from that chest? I wasn't even paying attention.
That's not how it works. If that computer sent ours anything that wasn't the HTTP header with the correct file in it, it wouldn't work. We just wouldn't get it. And or the browser would throw an error and we'd see that. Like,
in reference to what?
What was in that chest? Can somebody tell me?
Is very adamantly suggesting that there's some kind of other data that the not prawn server might be sending that would be a hint. And I'm saying no. There's no way. Not over this protocol, not with this basic thing, not without other moving parts that we would be able to see.
The website is fairly basic, yeah.
Like, the only thing that might be suspect is there's some Google ad, like, code on it, which I can't analyze because it's all garbage.
Does it even have that? I thought that level didn't have it.
But that's the thing. You can't send data outside the TCP session because it wouldn't get to our computer. That's why it's not possible.
I like the frantic spikes.
Like, our computer wouldn't know what to do with it. It would be like computer stuff. Like, you can't just, like, guess a random IP and try to send it HTTP traffic and have that computer even get that information. It wouldn't even receive it in the first place. Even if it did, it would just do nothing with it because the computer has to be listening for it and waiting for it.
Since we already gave away the Triceratops thing, I'll mention that the reason that I think it might be a legit page is because the only thing in the page, like, I think the solution that you were supposed to come across is the fact that the level before it, the like the file, like the name of the image or something was just like almost the last level .jpeg or something like that, and the name of the image in the one that we're on is called final level .jpeg, and so if you like happened to like type that in, like to guess it, you would have seen the picture, which is of a Triceratops, and then you type in Triceratops, and then you get to the stage.
Oh.
So
I didn't even remember that.
like, there was logic, it's just we didn't find it through that, we found it through random
I forgot
guessing.
about that part. But that's what I'm saying, like, that traffic wouldn't even get to our computer. Here's how TCP works. What happens is, your computer tells your router, I want this data from this location, go get that for me. And then the router goes, okay, I'm going to assign you a temporary IP address that anyone outside the internet can refer to temporarily. Create a mapping for it. Then it will send that traffic to our ISP and say, I want this from this location. The ISP goes, okay, that's over here, I'm going to ask them for that. And then it asks them for that. So then the server computer sends that data to the ISP sends it to our router. The router receives it from the ISP and goes, oh, this traffic is meant for this computer at this IP. Great, I'm going to send it there. And it goes there. Then the router deletes that entry because the request, like, the transaction is finished. So if something else came after it or before it, the router would get it, go, this is not going to anyone in here, I don't even know what computer this is for, and just ignore it. Now, even if you could have a direct line that was like, all things on this port go to my computer, you could try to sniff the packets on your computer and see what stuff you get over the, like, correct port number for it, but you're going to be getting, like, thousands of things, because, like, everything is HTTP all the time, practically, so it's like, that would make the puzzle infeasible for 99% of people who, like, try to do the puzzle, because nobody's going to have their router set up that way, and even if they did, it would still take an extreme amount of time and technical skill to figure out which packet was the one. It would suck.
How many people have beaten Not Prawn? I'm not sure. I think it's like...
It's like, what?
30.
Well,
I thought it was in the 20s.
I thought it was in the hundreds.
What?
No, that was before the remote.
Before the...
viewing.
Yeah. The number of people...
I kind of don't count the remote viewing level.
He does.
Oh, okay.
The remote
because he's
viewing level
crazy.
is interesting to me because there have been experiments in the past with remote viewing things, and there have been interesting results from it. Not saying it's real or saying it's not real, it's just one of those weird things that either coincidences or, you know, the thought is put into people's brains as to what they're looking for, basically.
The creator of Not Prawn, I don't know if it's that he doesn't believe in bacteria, but he's very much into
crazy.
New Age healing stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he's crazy.
Super New Age, yeah.
So...
I think there was a forum post where he didn't believe in bacteria.
I don't remember. It was too long ago.
But yeah, as for the remote viewing thing, like, do I believe in it? Not really. Like, there,
let's assume for the fact that the remote level is real. Okay, you have to actually remote view whatever he says is there. Let's assume for a fact that that's real and not just a joke. If these people did legitimately remote view something, over 30 people, I feel like that would be cause for scientists to be interested in this.
That's the thing, I don't believe that they did.
So that's the thing, they didn't. Like,
but then does that mean he's just telling them
that they got it right?
Anyway?
Yeah.
To like self-confirm his...
I think it's basically like... I have to believe that basically, like, if it looks like you're giving a solid attempt at doing it, then he just kind of humors you.
Maybe. That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, yeah, if, like... I mean, I get that it was supposed to be a joke, but, like, you know, it... Yeah, what you're saying is, yeah, it could be that, but... Well, no, it couldn't be that, because no puzzle would ever be like that, but...
Oh my god.
Oh, good. But see, that's the point I'm making, like, you know, at that point, like, you know, the traffic wouldn't reach your computer, so you couldn't snip it from there, so you'd have to have a router that would support doing that, and it would be like, at that point, you know, it's not even feasible that such a puzzle would exist.
Oh, this is the room with Bob. I need Makar for this.
You know, there need to be more to it. Like, you know, in order for it to work that way, there would need to be just a little bit more on the actual page for it to work that way. And there just isn't. Not in this case.
Butch Hartman had a Kickstarter for a Netflix-ish streaming service that he advertised as basically just being family-friendly, and he tried to upsell it by, like, hey, I made this awesome show, you all loved it, and...
Remember me?
Yeah. What did he say? Like, you trusted me with your childhood, so...
Trust me with your future.
Something like that. And so he had this Kickstarter, and it didn't make enough money until, like, the last hour or something when he suddenly got a shit ton of money, so it's pretty obvious that he just funded it himself. But that still means that he took all the other money that people donated, so, like, he probably could have done it on his own, but didn't. And then it turned out that the streaming service is specifically Christian, which was never mentioned before.
And
like,
and then it turned out he has very biased. He's very against LGBT in general. Apparently, he runs forums for Danny Phantom or something like that, and any mention of LGBT stuff will get you banned.
Damn.
Yeah, somebody was talking about how they once did fan art or something of some lesbian couple or something on Twitter, and they added Butch Hartman as a joke, and the Twitter post got taken down, and then they posted it again without adding Butch to it, and it still got taken down. So yeah, it was like he does not. Either he doesn't like LGBT and hasn't defended the fact that he would accept LGBT stuff on his platform, or he just is against it outright. Thankfully, I have no connection to Butch Hartman, and anything I've seen of the man recently just seems like he's just kind of seems like an egotistical asshole.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, my thing is, like, I have absolutely no problem with separating the creation from the artist, so I still like early Fairly Odd Parents. The show went to shit.
I have no problem separating the art from the artist. If you like the show, then by all means continue.
But yeah, he does seem like a douche.
Yeah, but Butch Hartman being a complete fucking asshole in no way changes my opinion on the fact that I enjoyed watching Fairly Odd Parents.
Exactly. You know, I don't like Very Odd Parents, but I didn't grow up with it, so I don't have a connection to it. I don't know if he would be using Oaxis to convert kids to Christianity subliminally. That's kind of conspiracy theory.
What the fuck is Oaxis?
That's what he calls it. He would call his program.
Oh.
But I don't know if I would go so far as converting children with subliminal messaging. The only thing that he could do is basically just have Christian programs on it, which, depending on the programs, can be a little brainwashy. Having grown up with those programs. But I don't know if he even trashed his reputation, though. That's the thing. I haven't seen any major news sources.
I've seen a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube,
him,
but there's not really any major sources, from what I could tell, that has hurt him. He hasn't talked about the issue at all. He hasn't apologized.
God, there's a lot of silver rupees.
He hasn't apologized for misleading people on the Kickstarter. Now, obviously, there is no problem with having a Christian streaming service, but that wasn't how it was advertised. So, it's a little shady.
So this is gonna head to the boss, right?
Exactly, Dr. Glutman. If he had been upfront from the beginning that it was a Christian streaming service, then that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
The fact that
I'd like to.
it was turned around.
Oh, good. The enemy's respawn.
Good. The fact that it was turned around at the last minute and say, oh, now he's all of a sudden saying that it's a Christian streaming service.
It was a dick move. He should have just said that's what it was from the start.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't get why lately, like, all these celebrities and good popular figures, you can probably command Melanie, are suddenly turning out to be, like, massive dickheads. I don't get, like, why that's happening so much now.
What other celebrities,
Well, like, there's a lot that are involved in the whole, like
the sex scandals.
Yeah, how Hollywood is just like a horribly corrupt place, and then it's like
there's Dan Schneider. Speaking of Nickelodeon,
there's a lot of developers for like games and stuff that are just turning out to be like really manipulative and bad with things. Like Hello Games is an excellent example of that.
What the fuck was that thing?
Like, I don't remember this being a problem like 10 years ago.
Well, we didn't really pay attention.
It's social media.
It is also social media. People have a lot bigger chance to make themselves out to be a dick. Really easily.
That's true.
Because they don't think about it, or they tweet. I mean, look what happened to Spoonie. Like, they tweet, and they don't think about what they're tweeting, not realizing or remembering that the internet's kind of forever. But yeah, in reference to what's the point of Christians, like, trying to convert everybody, that is kind of the point. But think about it. You also have to look at it from a Christian's perspective.
Oh, there's just kind of a chest here.
Yep.
If you believe that you die and you go somewhere and it's either heaven or hell, you're gonna be damn sure that you're gonna try and make it to heaven. And if you believe that, well, you're gonna try and tell people that as well. So I don't blame them for trying to convert people.
I blame him for lying by omission to do it.
Well, no, not talking about just Christians in general. They're going to try to convert people because that's what they believe.
I mean, that's fine. Well,
Butch should have been.
With anyone.
Butch should have been upfront from the beginning for sure, because I'm sure that a lot of people donated who aren't interested in backing a Christian network, especially from a creator who might have LGBT issues or atheist issues or whatever.
I've just never been in this door apparently.
Dan Schneider. Oh, you mean like what he did?
I don't know if he did anything specifically.
What did Schneider do?
I mean, he's pretty heavily considered to be a pedophile.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's proven or not, but he's been let go now.
There's been so many people who've come out and said that Hollywood is filled with them, though. And I mean, and if you think about it, it's a really ripe place to have that happen too, because you have killed actors who come in and they want the part, and that kind of stuff, and they don't know. Yeah.
Big religions are about implicitly converting people very often, but it really isn't too out of place when you have anything that's...
Come on, fan.
When you have a political or religious... Well, let me not even qualify it like that. When you just have a belief. If you have a belief, it doesn't even matter what it's about. Like, no matter who you are, chances are you're going to have some kind of urge to share this with people and convince them that it's correct.
Exactly.
That's just human nature.
Like, say you like a show, and you really like that show, you're going to tell people, hey, we'll watch it,
to associate with, because we're social creatures, they don't like being alone. That's how it is.
Yeah.
So, and then, organized religions tend to do it in, a shitty way for shitty reasons, but... It's still just, it still just came from the basic idea.
Yeah, because remember, this is life and death for them. This is the difference between, sitting on a cloud versus sitting in a fire. So if you truly believe something like that, then that's gonna push you a little bit. Whether you think it's true or not, that's what they believe. So I can empathize with, why they do what they do.
And rupees. Yep.
Fantastic.
Identical.
Yeah, life, death, eternity kind of thing.
Michelin model RJ45 tires.
Who would have thought that hell actually existed, and that it would have been in New Jersey?
Well, the Lake of Fire has various interpretations, but yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me actually get a good angle here.
I think you...
Oh.
He's trying. Well,
Not really.
not really.
It's like a dog who's just tip-tapping all excitedly, like, oh, you're home!
I don't get it. People are always like, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, or if you do, A, B, and C, you're gonna go to hell. But I want to know what's so bad about Michigan.
I just kind of want Butch Hartman to come out and say, yeah, I screwed up.
That's not
I thought you were gonna say come out and say he's gay.
That's why he's so adamant against it. It has been shown that people who are the most loud against it usually end up that way.
All right, are we gonna get some shoving? Aw.
Come out and say, like, he sexually identifies as a lamppost or some shit.
Then he can get reviewed by Linkara. Never gonna let that go.
Yeah, I never understood that. Like, I get tithing to the church. That's fine because like it's a non-profit organization that doesn't really have income, so it's like okay.
Well, tithing is commanded in the Bible. That's
It
right.
is, but people don't do it.
Yeah.
But
You are supposed to do
I-
10%, yeah.
I get why it's there. Like, sure, the churches, like, there's no way to support them because they don't produce a product, so, like, fine.
Right.
But, I never understood, like, if your local pastor is, like, jetting around and, like, has fancy cars, I think there's a problem.
Yeah, that's the mega church thing going on.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Those are the people who are actually scamming people. I don't think any normal Christian looks at those, I would hope, and think that's on the level.
That's the thing about religion is just any religion, it doesn't matter which one it is just a body of beliefs, and that's okay. Everyone has a body of beliefs. There's nothing wrong with choosing to go with one that's common. However, it's a problem when one of two things happens. Either it's used to control people and manipulate people, which is super easy to do, because in order to surrender to another body of beliefs, you have to already be easily manipulated in the first place very often. And the other problem with that is that you have situations where the excuse for doing really shitty things is, well, my body of beliefs says that's what I should do. And no one has put any critical thinking into it. Like, it gives you an excuse not to think about things, and that's not good.
Oh.
But, not all, this isn't something that's necessary of, or, like, even most of the time with religions. It's just sometimes you get the shitty parts with the good parts. Sometimes it happens.
Now, Kay brings up an interesting thing where if a lot of shit in the Bible is not generally followed, particularly including things in the Old Testament. Now, that can actually be somewhat explained because the usual thing that's taught is when Jesus came, died on the cross, basically the split between the Old Testament and the New Testament happened. In other words, the old laws are no longer to be followed. The new law has
like
to
the
be
sacrificing goats.
Yeah,
shit.
like sacrificing.
And
there's
if someone touches your wife, you have to
stuff.
stone her or whatever the
Or
fuck.
if things of that sort. It's like
Isn't the reason given for why the Old Testament's no longer valid and only the new one is because of like Jesus died and that's what that was supposed to be?
yeah, that's exactly what that was taught because
When was the New Testament made?
I don't know the history of the Bible, but the
Went
thing is
3
when
times
Jesus
a
died,
week and you don't know it. How dare you?
something split in the temple it was like either a curtain or something like that was split in
oh shit, is it down
showing that the commoners now had access to the stuff that priests did or something like that, if I'm remembering my lore correctly.
Yeah, I don't think beliefs need to necessarily stay personal. Like, you know, I believe that everyone should pursue the highest amount of education feasible. That doesn't mean that, you know, like, I would argue that that's a good thing to believe, but there might be, you know, people who don't agree with that, and there might be reasons why you shouldn't agree with that. You know, that's fine. And, you know, so, like, it's okay for there to be beliefs that suggest how people should live and to agree with those beliefs, but it's another thing entirely to just shut down your own, to maintain no healthy level of skepticism toward everything,
Yeah.
and to believe that you can't be wrong about anything.
Exactly.
That's the biggest point of hubris right there, is that if you are told by a sect of a religion that no part of this can ever possibly be wrong, or if you think that yourself without being told that, those are both equally, like, that's not good.
Where the hell did he go?
Makar?
Yeah.
I think he fell off the ledge. Now, growing up, my dad did encourage me to question things and, you know, look at things and things like that, but it was generally shown that, you know, our religion was the one way, you know, that kind of thing, as with any religion is going to do. I think it's perfectly fine to also believe in something. Like, personally, I'm somewhat agnostic. I think there's probably something, but I don't know what, you know, and that's fine. I don't push my belief on anybody, and
Yeah, but that's pretty much how it should be.
like, exactly, like, I believe a certain thing, and that's for me, you know? I'm not gonna be like, y'all, there's something!
And soon, you know, a common saying in political science is that your rights end where the next person's rights begin, and, you know, I think that goes with any sort of political, economic, religious belief. Doesn't really matter what it is.
Yeah.
You can't really, like, you always have to give everyone else their own. You can't force people to do things. You shouldn't coerce or manipulate people to do things.
Yeah. Now, there is a small sect of Christianity, which I don't know the correct term or anything like that, but they're scientific Christians. Basically, they take the belief of evolution. They believe that evolution happens, but they believe that God actually put evolution into place to, you know, make everything happen, basically. Which I think is an interesting point of view.
But that's what makes sense to me.
I think Catholicism in general also does that.
Do they?
I've heard that the Catholic Church is extremely supportive of science.
Oh, okay.
Basically, whenever science discovers something, they're like, "That's a great thing." We're, you know, they're always just like, "We're glad that we're figuring out the way God put things." It's like, okay, that's fine. I don't give a shit what you believe, or what religion you're a part of, or what the religion does. If you stay the way out of science, or if, like, you help
and you
assist
don't hurt
science,
anybody,
then you know what? I don't really care what you believe. Then that's okay.
I forget what the point of this room is.
Don't hurt people. Don't get in the way of progress.
Be awesome to each other.
That's all you gotta do.
Flat Earthers are just whatever. They're just looking for attention.
I don't know about that. I think they're probably just easily manipulated and stupid. Again, no critical thinking.
Like, I would think that they're all trolls, but I know there's some that aren't.
The verses and such that are usually quoted against homosexuality, there have been debates on whether and on what exactly the verses are speaking of. Obviously, the Bible does talk about something to that degree, but it's hard to say. It also could be because remember, again, the Bible was written by men.
Yeah, it was written like 100 years ago.
So, like, obviously the theory is that it's
Can I just
inspired
get
by God,
over here?
by men, that kind of thing. So,
Scooch behind the music stand.
How unbiased were these men, though? Towards, here it is.
Yep, this is the one.
Wow.
This is some good shit. It's sticking out ever so slightly too
Yeah,
much.
that's lovely.
Do I just let go and go inside it, or
just yeah, there you go.
Nice.
You can roll, I think. Beautiful.
Well, I mean, you know, there's the fact that Catholicism is on board with science is one thing. There's other things wrong with it, but that's not the. I don't feel the need to bash anyone's religion at the moment.
No, I don't think bashing religion is a thing that people should do, because as long as they're not hurting you, I don't.
Well, I like the times when it's appropriate is when it is trying to do harm.
Yeah,
or reverse
exactly.
progress, like that's when it's
Yeah,
appropriate.
if people are trying to kill you because you're not part of their religion, then yeah, you try to kill them right back.
I think it doesn't even go that far. Like if a religious group is trying to usurp control over something in a country, that's probably not good either.
Yeah.
Like, let's all band together and vote this way on this topic.
I've never seen that boss meter.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's cool.
I don't think I have either.
I wonder if
It's
that
'cause-
was added in or if it was
No,
always
it's
there.
because I'm wearing the mask.
Oh, okay.
I usually
I
never
didn't
use
realize the
this
bosses
thing.
would even have
Yeah, I
it.
never used the mask. I never. Even
Yeah, I
thought
think it
about
looks ugly, so I never used it.
Yeah,
even though-
this is the.
Never see Link's face, but it's ugly, so
Yeah, this is the best boss we've seen in the game right here.
yeah. It's a cool boss too.
Where do you normally get the mask? Oh shoot.
It's from
The teacher,
the
isn't it?
teacher, yeah.
Oh really? Huh.
For
Yeah, you
50
give it
joy
the joy
pendants.
pendants.
Oh, okay.
This is like the Silent Hill boss.
Well, he's already half dead. Didn't take much.
Yeah, it is Wind Waker.
I've watched some amount of a Silent Hill game, I don't remember which one, and didn't like it, and decided the reason I didn't like it is because it's a horror game, and I don't like horror games, so, you know.
You should watch Goofy play it.
Who?
Lord Vega. I went through all of his Silent Hill stuff and enjoyed the shit out of it because this man sounds exactly like Goofy. So
Oh, okay.
I think Rexipray did a
shit.
video with him. But oh my god, it was so enjoyable because he's actually really funny, and I really like watching the games because of him. He doesn't. I think somebody made a playlist of all his stuff. I don't think he did The Room though.
I will offer counter evidence to Catholic people force their religion onto other people extremely by saying that I have a friend who is the most Catholic person I've ever met and has never once even remotely come near suggesting that I should join the religion or believe any part of it.
That's nice.
However, he is also the single most closed-minded person I've ever met in my life, so that doesn't really help my point, but I'm trying to be fair.
I haven't heard that name in years. Yeah, he's an older LPer, for sure.
But does he check out?
Request is
No,
back.
he really does sound like Goofy, guys. You need to go listen to him. He's amazing. It's like all I can imagine is Goofy sitting there playing a damn Silent Hill game. Like, I'm not really making fun of
Actually,
him. I think it's
okay,
really
so-
funny.
I mean, it was supposed to be a container, but I was hoping for something more impressive than that.
Oh wait, is this a situation where if you pick it up it becomes a different thing?
No, this game actually does
Right,
change
right,
stuff.
right,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I heard about in the randomizer this boss fight can crash right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you're using the Japanese or EU version.
That sucks.
I remember seeing that when we were trying to look up how to get it to work on the US version.
Well, no, he doesn't exactly like Goofy, but he definitely has the cadence, and I don't know if it's the accent or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm exaggerating it a little bit for the comedic sake of he does sound a little bit like Goofy.
Also
But yeah,
remember
no,
that,
I highly suggest his Silent Hill LPs.
also remember that Goofy has Donk.
Yeah, Goofy's got donk. No, I've probably watched his Silent Hill LPs probably 2 or 3 times now because I just enjoy it so much.
I heard that the Majora's Mask randomizer is kind of garbage.
I kind of want to look at it just because it's garbage.
Maybe make you do it.
What's garbage?
It's my favorite Zelda, and I
Mask.
want nothing to do with it. Like
Oh, yeah.
that
Well,
to me.
I'm curious how they screwed it up really bad, basically.
Yeah.
What, is the randomizer itself just bad, or?
That's what I've heard. Yeah. What does it do?
Something about just making replenishable items like you can only get one of, but then like items that you're supposed to only get one of, you can get an infinite number of. And the game starts you with a random transformation mask, and apparently if you get Zora, it's nearly unbeatable. And it's, I don't know, because it requires a lot of heavy glitching from what I understand.
Well, I guess I know what the next randomizer I'm making is.
See if you can get through the Pokemon first one.
Oh, that one's almost done.
I can't imagine.
I have a lot of like polishing I want to do on it,
Yeah.
but like as far as like being functional and working, it's
I can't
almost
imagine the hell that Majora's Mask might prove, though.
I mean, other than the game having the weird, like, scheduling stuff,
The time system, yeah.
I don't see how that would be that big of an issue. As long as the scheduling goes unchanged, and the only thing that does change is the
items you get.
yeah. Anyway, it's like 2 a.m. I probably shouldn't be doing this dungeon.
Not all the way through, you shouldn't.
I mean, I already have a good chunk of it done, but
Oh.
All you gotta do is go to that middle bit with the face, right, and open that up.
yeah, but then that opens the whole other half of the dungeon, so
Yeah.
I should probably just be done. So, once again, recap of what I'm missing: a bottle, a Triforce piece, 2 charts, 5 heart pieces. I think I'm still missing one of Beetle's cards. Great spin. Kill the mini boss. What even is the mini boss? Is it just a Stalfos?
Yeah, it's Stalfos, that's right.
Well, yeah, that's why we have a separation of church and state.
Or we try to, anyway.
try to.
It oftentimes
That's the theory.
doesn't work because people are idiots.
A
but
government theory.
you know, because of things like that, I oftentimes feel like I live on the stupidest country on the planet, and that's not a good feeling. I don't want to have to feel that.
I think every country has its issues.
It does, but I don't know if any of them are as widespread as here. Well, I mean, I'm sure in some places there are, but they're probably not.
I mean, there's definitely
They're
worse countries to
beautiful.
live. I'm just saying. But at least we do have somewhat freedom of
Mini boss
religion,
isn't here.
speech, and all that.
Yeah, I think you would have already fought the mini boss.
What room
Was
are you
the mini
talking?
boss?
I mean, if you're talking about that room that's unmarked on the map right now, I don't have a key to get in there.
I think that is the mini boss room.
What's the mini boss for this dungeon?
There's a
Stalfos,
couple
apparently.
Stalfoses.
I don't have a key,
So we're okay. Well, let's go find a key. There's got to be one soon.
I mean, it probably won't take me that long to get through this
No,
if you're
probably
not
not.
tired.
No.
I'm probably gonna go lay down.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I just want to see the final Ganon fight, but I don't think you're gonna get to that.
No, I'm not doing that tonight. I really shouldn't even be doing this level.
It's fine. You're off tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah,
You said no.
I did not say no.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Thank you,
My
Grandma.
left ear
I know.
is here on my left side.
It just reminds me of my grandma. She would ask a yes or no question, somebody would respond, and then she'd immediately assume that they said the other and, like, take action. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, examples where this posed a problem, but, I don't know.
Grandma in general is just a problem.
Yeah,
Good night, people.
not
I'll
allowed.
see you later.
Also, I'm very proud that our religion discussion did not cause.
Yeah, it didn't go bad places.
We were all
We just
respectful
had
adults,
a
damn
good
it.
conversation. Probably the only instance of a good conversation about religion and politics that exists on the internet.
Nah. Well, I mean, it's only because somebody who would have gotten offended about it wasn't here. So,
What?
I mean, I'm not saying, like, anybody specific.
Is it,
I wasn't talking about cheese.
No.
I was just saying in general.
No, that was a joke. That's not the sort of thing you can get offended about.
We have a couple of Christian viewers, but I don't actually know.
I can't think of any actually.
I know of one.
My Catholic friend watches sometimes, but he might have gotten offended, but he wouldn't have caused an argument or anything about it. I don't know. He's pretty mild mannered. I don't think he'd do much. No, Cheese wouldn't get offended about religion. He'd probably get offended about history, but we weren't talking about
Granite.
No, we know better than to talk about history. I like this song a lot better than the Wind one. This one's a lot better. This is a nice song.
Why the revisit? Because I haven't done most of the level.
There's one outstanding Triforce piece that we need, and it's probably here.
I'm gonna say it's probably not here, and that it's just in another, like, random mass location that I've not checked.
Since we're all sharing, I am an agnostic atheist. Good. That was perfect. That was real nice.
What is a Unitarian Universalist?
What? I've never heard of that.
I don't actually know if it exists, but I want to know what it is.
Let's check. I've never heard the term. No one has ever walked up to me and said, "Hey, I'm a Unitarian Universalist." Oh my god. Can't even say it.
This was a good area. I'm glad I came over here. Oh, fuck off. Oh, the Tingle statue's there. I guess that makes sense.
Okay, so looking at this, it appears...
Get up! Civil War veteran and creamed corn enthusiast.
Okay, Unitarian Universalism is apparently a group that seeks for wisdom in any and all religions, and itself, like, what Wikipedia said was that they just search for truth and that's it. So, like, their beliefs are, as long as whatever you believe is correct, then, I don't know, it's weird. The description wasn't very good. It basically just seemed like we are every religion combined into one, because we think, like, we're just looking for the truth and any one of them could be right, so.
Alright.
It's like, okay, I mean...
Are they the monks of Deshuba?
I don't know.
Have you heard of the monks of Deshuba? I've not heard of them.
Their belief is yes. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I got out of that there. They believe. That's it.
They believe.
They believe.
They believe. You don't necessarily have to do all dungeons, it's just that I'm missing a Triforce piece and I don't know where the hell it is. And this is the only place that I can think of that I've not checked.
So to just totally change the topic because something reminded me of this and I don't know what.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
When I was trying to figure out what the Pokemon data format is the other day for the randomizer, I determined that apparently in the coding, like, so the Pokemon types are all just assigned to numbers like you'd expect.
Yeah.
And one of them, specifically number 9, is the type None.
Yeah, I remember you telling me this.
And the weird thing about that is I'm pointing out that a None type exists because the thing I'm about to follow that with makes it make even less sense. When you have something that only has one type, it does, like, its type code is not, like, the first type and then none. Instead, it's the first type twice.
I kind of figured that might be the case.
But I don't know why it's like that. It would make a lot more sense to me if it
Type
was
none. I like type null. Well, I like Still Valley. Type null's...
Type null is ugly.
I mean,
therefore
Still Valley
isn't
is
a
ugly
good
too.
friend. Still Valley looks better. I think Still Valley looks like it's not.
I
together.
like the name type null because it's extremely weird.
It is weird. I like it for that reason. No, like in the coding, that's how it is. Where there's the same type twice, but like. I said in the coding. I should have said in the data because in the code, it doesn't calculate the bonus twice. It only does it once. But like, it would make a lot more sense if it was. Does none correspond to shadow or none corresponds to question mark. Shadow is actually not a type.
Wait, what did that do?
I don't know.
I'm confused. I went around and made some light shine down on a mirror, but I don't know where that actually pointed. Unless it's in here,
I don't know.
which I... Hold on.
Oh, the thing that opened up I thought was coming... No, wait. Oh, this. That's a room that's the next room over, I think.
Okay, it's... 2 chests in what room? The one that I went into and briefly left because I wanted to go back. I know there's stuff in here. I wasn't just gonna leave.
I hate this fucking fog. This sucks so much.
Yeah, this fog is really gay. Oh my god, I use gay as an insult.
My god, Morty, I'm not disparaging the differently abled. I'm just stating the fact that this thing would have made me mentally retarded.
I don't know. I think it's more about just the use of the word and not really the intent.
That's retarded.
Possibly the worst Rick impression and Morty impression.
Yeah, they were both bad. They were both really bad.
Oh, I can just open the chest to get rid of the fog.
That's pretty useful.
I know one of these is normally a treasure chart.
I have work tomorrow, but also I don't care.
Fuck, where's the chest?
Did you save state recently?
Well, you know. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because if you get grabbed by the ghoulies here, that's gonna be bad.
Got by the graboid. Okay, well I have a couple places I can use that.
There's 2 chests in here, right? And you
Yeah,
only
I have to
one.
kill these assholes. Really? Yeah, triple question mark type is the type used for curse.
It is a type.
There is also a triple question mark type Arceus that doesn't exist. It was given a sprite, and I think that's about it. I don't think it's actually even in the coding of the game. Other than this, it's there in case somebody hacks in an Arceus, with that type, but I don't know, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it would just prevent the game from crashing.
But why would it crash? Nothing else, needs a fail-safe if it's given a different type. And I know that Arceus is,
It's because
kind of a special case.
Yeah,
but
he is the special case. That's why he gets the special case.
I still feel like it doesn't need to exist, though.
No, it doesn't.
It should
but
probably
it's
just
good
use
design.
the normal one.
I mean, it could also... Well, you'd have to have special logic for that. I don't know which would be better. I would argue that having the question mark would be better because...
I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's not... I feel like it's not the fact that it's a fire type that makes it use the fire type sprite. It's the fact that it's holding the flame plate.
Yeah.
And so if there is no curse plate, then... I don't know.
I'm just saying I think it's good design.
Yeah.
It's good to have the asset and not need it than the other way around. But so in XD, triple question mark is a type, but shadow is not. It's handled interestingly. So triple question mark is a type, and it does what you'd expect it to. In fact, my randomizer treats it as a type, so like you can get triple question mark typed Pokemon and typed move and stuff.
And it's just neutral to everything, right?
Yeah, it's neutral to everything, and nothing resists it. But the interesting thing is Shadow is not a type. Coliseum and XD are both just programmed such that every move that has a higher address in memory than 164 or 165, I don't remember what it is. It's like from 0 to like 164 is all the regular moves, and then 165 in Coliseum and 165 through like 170 something in XD are the shadow moves, and the game just like it's programmed to check, is the move ID greater than this or less than this? If so, it's a shadow move.
Oh fuck.
And treat its hitting accordingly. They could have just made it a type, but they didn't. I don't know why. Fantastic.
I hate these things. Didn't want to use light arrows on them constantly.
Yeah, what's up with the no sandstorm cast form? There really should be one. No, no fog cast form I think is okay, because I think...
See, I believe the opposite. I feel like it makes sense... Oh, I have a shortcut here the whole time. Sandstorm isn't a weather condition. Like, in Pokemon logic it is, but you can never have a sandstorm weather in real life, so it would make sense that the weather Pokemon wouldn't get it. But you can have fog.
No, I don't think that's true. I think sandstorm is a weather condition.
Well, not in places where there's no sand. Like...
Well, you also can't get, like...
What the actual fuck?
You also can't get hail in places where there's no cold, like...
Well, I mean, isn't a sandstorm just a lot of wind in a place that happens to have sand?
It's... a sandstorm is caused by the same thing that causes thunderstorms. It's a high-pressure, like, system. But if you're in a desert, there's no water, and the clouds haven't built up any water, and so they don't rain. Instead, you just have the high-pressure winds moving sand around. So, like, they're actually just the same thing weather-wise.
I always assumed it was just, like, a lot of wind blowing sand around.
I mean, it is, but that's also what a thunderstorm is. It's just replace sand with, water that's been absorbed into the atmosphere.
Either way, it's interesting because Weather Ball actually does respond to Sandstorm.
That makes it even stupider. Now, the no fog thing I think is okay, because I think fog was really only a thing in Gen 4.
Yeah, I don't know if it ever existed after that. And it's a piece of shit condition anyway, but I feel like it would be justifiable to have a fog form. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it'd be useless, because there's never a situation nowadays where fog happens.
I'm not really sure what type it would be other than maybe flying. What am I doing? Right. Mirror Shield chest was opened a long time ago.
Yeah, Mirror Shield we got, oh, you mean the chest. Never mind.
Wait, is the Mirror Shield in this dungeon?
I mean, yeah.
I thought it was on the ghost ship.
No.
Oh yeah, that's just a Triforce chart. Light arrows don't work on these.
Yeah, normally you get the Mirror Shield right here.
Okay, you know why I was thinking that is because the Mirror Shield in Wind Waker, or in Majora's Mask, has that fucking creepy face on it, and then there's the creepy face in the submarine, and I was thinking they were connected.
There's a creepy face in the submarine?
Yeah, there's like this face that like grows a bunch of teeth and like looks scary when you get closer to it.
Really? Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, the camera even like zooms in on it when it boots you out, I think.
What submarine is this?
Well, no, it's not the submarine. It's the ghost ship itself.
Oh. Yeah, I like the gilded sword in Majora's Mask. That's cool. I wish it didn't break like it was made of fucking putty, but...
Yup. How dare you not remember things exactly right?
Oh, the razor sword breaks. Oops. The last time I played Majora's Mask was the first time I played Majora's Mask. And that was, you know... It was after I played Ocarina of Time for the first time, so I would have been probably around 16.
You should play it again. I would be interested in the extra Majora's Mask footage.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks. Okay, please stop that. Okay. What an asshole. Medley, would you like to move?
Nah.
Okay, well, I like the look of both the razor sword and the gilded sword. They both look cool. Okay. Okay, so with 2 keys and 200 rupees, we can now beat the dungeon.
Who do I ship Toon Link with? Nobody.
I shipped Toon Link with the fucking
The
pirate
ship.
ship, yeah. And the catapult.
Want me to check the other room? What other room?
What other room? Sit your ass down, goddamn 4th grader. We should bind a button to save state. That would be pretty useful. I am glad you asked me that question. Check it out.
That's a good question, CG Dragon. We should find out. Oops. So apparently it can stand in the beam of light just fine, but as soon as I reflect that light, then that's too much.
Okay. I like the puzzle in this room, but it's really annoying.
Yeah. Anything involving command melody is always annoying.
It's not the command melody as much as it is just... You have such a limited range to work with. Okay.
I don't believe in magnifying lenses. Just gonna leave that there. That was it. I don't know. I like the large quantity of old people that I got to talk to in my old Comcast days, who I would have to, like, they would not be sure how to do something, and I'd have to tell them, like, what button on the remote, and they'd be like, oh, let me get my magnifying glass. I'm like, what the fuck? Who just has one of those?
Old people. My grandfather had one.
Good. Good. Yeah, that would have been pretty good. You just replace, like, a magic pot with the light arrows.
Yeah, Mist Ball is a move. It's the signature move of Latias, I think.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you.
It's me.
You're my favorite customer.
Oh, come on.
Please.
I was trying to prepare for it, and still failed. A duck.
Is there anything of use in this fucking temple? Probably not.
Well, you know. Oh, my favorite anime.
Oh no!
Torso places second. Didn't it take up until, like, Gen 6 to just get a normal status move that reduces special attack? Might have to check the Wind Temple? Well, shit, I'd hate to have to do that.
What do we have to check the Wind Temple for?
They didn't know that I beat it, I think.
Oh. I like the noise these things make when they explode. They're just
Fake Tears is special defense. And I'm not talking about moves that have, like, an added effect of lowering it. I'm saying, like, basically a special attack version of Growl. Like, it doesn't do anything else.
Okay, here's what I want to know. Since I've got someone here that did it. Why would you put a whole bunch of question marks after something?
Damn it.
Why are you doing this?
Because it's stupid.
No, but like, I see people put a whole bunch of question marks after saying something a lot, and like, I know it's supposed to
Guess I
mean
could
like
go do the boss now.
it's like
Oof.
you're suggesting something that's supposed to be obvious. So you're like having an attitude is what it's supposed to mean, I think. But like, why can't
Teenagers with attitude.
I guess what I was getting at is I don't understand why you can't just put one question mark and not sound like you have an attitude. I don't mean you specifically, I just mean like the concept of using a whole bunch of question marks in general. And the same thing really goes for
Suddenly, random tablet falls on you.
Tablet tried to fall on us. You know, same thing goes for multiple exclamation marks as well. Like, it's easier and faster to only use one. Why would you use multiple?
Yeah, I think Baby Doll Eyes is... Actually, yeah, I don't remember if it's defense or attack. Either way, whatever.
Oh, the boss key is normally in here. Oh, wait, did we get the boss key for this temple?
Yeah, I already have it.
Okay.
I kind of hate this puzzle because it's not so much a puzzle as it is just move every object into the place that it tells you to move it.
I like this room. I like the whole, like, let's redirect the light all throughout the room. Like, I think that's cool. It does drag on for a while. I also like that the room is just totally empty. There's nothing in it except the puzzle. There's no enemies. There's nothing that makes any sound. It's just the puzzle.
Boom, 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 boom. Gate.
I always like this room, especially since it's the last room of the dungeon. Like, you do this and then that's it, you're done. It's just an iconic room for me, I don't know why. Probably because of how long I spent in here my first time doing it. It was just an enjoyable experience, and also a frustrating one at the same time. Okay, so, it begins.
Oh. Apparently you can't backwalk as medley.
Okay.
Please. Do as you were told. Shit, I hope I didn't aim too low.
I don't think it needs to be particularly perfect.
Not once, but 4 times.
You know, if it's worth doing once.
It's worth being Conqueror.
Conquer's full of level design, which is like... What did they say about it? Like, our level design is perfect?
Well, they said that, like, there's entire games released now that don't have anywhere near the amount of gameplay as just this one puzzle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Come on.
Man, this is a good hitbox.
Alright. Thank you.
Okay. I think it only goes downhill from here. What's not pretentious sounding? The light sound?
I assume the Conqueror thing.
Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, well, my game has more gameplay in its pinky toe than your game does in its whole body. Let there be linked.
Yeah, I'd say that this song is the best part of Conqueror.
Yep, that sure is a W for Wumbo.
There's a cookie in his pocket.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I did never actually play the multiplayer. I
With the hitbox.
never really played it in DK64 either.
In DK64, it wasn't worth the shit. There's a wall to your right that you should have done. Or not.
Am I okay after what?
Hey G, want a W? No, it's
Number 9.
come on, Jeffrey, free. Want a W?
And you'll find Jeffrey, and you'll find Jeffrey, and you'll find Jeffrey.
Not those ones. I think there's one to the left. Yep. Oh, that's a door.
I don't know if that'll reset the room.
It might.
Oh!
Oh! Good.
But Dad, aren't some of those banks? Oh, too bad we're doing this.
It doesn't matter what order we do it in.
Fly.
I'm counting on Jeffrey to fly.
No! I can't really do the no noise properly.
No! Oh, no! I don't think you're actually moving it. Okay, well, the stage is set, the die is cast, the adjective is noun, or rather the noun is adjective.
I wish I could remember that extremely long series of bullshit that Bender said when he discovered Fry and Morgan together.
The cat's out of the bag now. For once I was blind, but now I see.
The best part of it is like, oh, now I get it. Now the pieces are falling into place. The office, the promotion, the dwarf in my book club that steals my opinions. I'm like, what?
I'm Henry Firth. That seemed appropriate.
And then it turns out it actually does work. I have to...
I forget what we even get from this. Like, I know it's normally the boss key, but like, is it just sitting in a chest down there?
I don't know. Seems necessary.
Hey, we gotta protect the fuck out of that door, man. Like I said, I know it's the boss key.
Where did the outlines go?
Outlines of what?
No, seriously, what the hell happened to the shading?
I mean, it's bright.
Okay. It just looked weird.
It's just super bright, that's all. Ah, yes. This is what I couldn't remember. Not that it's a big deal. Dead as shit. Oh, he has backup. Beach.
Yeah, it's a bottle, 2 charts, a Triforce piece.
Some roast beef, some
What
chicken
is it,
pizza.
like 6 heart pieces, the coupon,
A condom.
worms and plastic minnows.
The pit of trails? Yeah, we checked that.
Yeah, it was worthless.
It was completely useless. Oh, I guess not completely, but it was
did
very,
have
it was
a
very
hard
nearly
case,
close. It was very nearly useless. Oh!
Fucking golden feathers.
Nice! That's okay, we have one more chance to get something useful.
2, there's also the boss drop.
Oh yeah, that's right. Also, you might want to check the map, make sure we got everything. Yeah, we got it. Okay.
God, this looks weird.
It's just super bright, that's all.
I know, it just looks really unusual.
Your face looks unusual. Ah, yes.
Yeah, E minor!
Good shit. Good shit.
Why does this do a thing?
Well, time for a ranged battle from afar.
Nope.
Or not.
I don't give a
Ranged
shish.
battle, fill my own words.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to
Oh yeah, when we were in the labyrinth, we made it halfway down, and then Josh accidentally entered the return, like the exit warp when we were only halfway through.
It was good.
So we had to do it twice, and the entire time we were in the Savage Labyrinth, the stream was constantly dying, and it hasn't done it since. So the Savage Labyrinth was just awful. And here we have much of the same.
I'm gonna say green chew jelly.
I'm going for the classic standby of...
Or maybe a treasure chart that leads to green shoe jelly.
200 rupees.
I am still missing 2 treasure charts. At least those are numbered, so I can look them up in the cheat sheet if I need to. How many chests are in Ganon's castle?
I don't remember, to be honest. Well, we found the coupon. This dungeon continues to impress. Did you ever, at any point, get anything useful from this dungeon,
I don't
including
think
the first half?
There was the hurricane spin.
Okay, alright, accepting that. Anything else?
Only 1 chest in Ganon's castle.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's right, you get light arrows and that's it. So what does the fill-up coupon do?
I've never used it.
I
It
don't
says
think
that
I've ever
it seems like it probably just maxes out your like arrows and bombs and shit, which is like the most worthless thing
That's
ever.
stupid.
This is a good angle.
The boss of this place is gonna have a treasure chart, and we're going for it. Meaning, and the treasure chart will probably get us, like...
I mean, the treasure chart could also lead to a different treasure chart. Oh, fuck, that's not where I need medley. Oh yeah, I forgot Tower of the Gods only had a telescope. That was
good. Her wings are bigger than her body. That's okay. She's allowed to have big wings. Yep.
Well, too late.
I use the Deku Leaf all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I use it a fair amount.
If there's ever a way I can get someplace without climbing to it, I will always try the Deku Leaf first. Okay, Barbara Supermodel, let's go. Gonna get some stupid shit from the boss. Gonna get less money from the boss than we got getting from the pots outside his door.
Probably.
I guess you're just gonna stay here then.
Yeah.
Oh, that works. Oh. I wouldn't even have thought to try that. I wouldn't even have thought to code that like that. It makes sense, but as the programmer, I wouldn't have been like, okay, the things that work on you include beam lights and the light arrows.
I mean, it makes about as much sense as the forest water being used on Kalademos. Or whatever the fuck that boss is called. But yeah.
I always pronounce it Kaye Demos just because it looks like it's Spanish. I don't know why.
As you know, the stamp eye can find itself twice.
They might not have explicitly coded it. It might just be that the light arrow itself does exactly the,
An underwater adventure? Wow.
It might be that the light arrow is coded to, like, have the same properties as a light beam.
Yeah.
And therefore it works on this, even if that wasn't the intent.
This is like the least threatening boss ever.
I don't know, the first time I fought him, he seemed like an asshole. Idiot. Why would you climb up right where you know there's a beam?
And heart base.
Okay, well, that's fantastic.
Alright, so we are officially at the point where I basically just need to check the guide for all 8 of the Triforce pieces, and since I don't remember which ones I've gotten...
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
I'm not doing it tonight, but what I can do is look up where the 2 missing charts are, because those are at least numbered.
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, someone broke into my house and stole $500 worth of bullshit.
See, I'm missing the chart for Ice Ring and
Do you need it though? You can
7 star.
Just get the treasure.
I don't think you can.
Oh.
$27
And 30.
27 and 30.
Yeah. Let's check it. Yeah. Just the number 27. Well, I guess that works. Yeah.
Another submarine? Really?
Headstone Island.
Headstone Island
Oh,
submarine.
Really? Okay.
And I thought I got all those. And Paw Print Isle lookout platform. Okay. I guess I'll get those.
Let's just go grab them real quick. See what we get. It won't take that long.
I already forgot where they were.
Paw Print Isle platform and submarine in the Headstone Isle.
Headstone is the one down here.
Yep, it's the Earth Temple.
Paw Print is like right here.
No, off to the right. There you go. Okay. Hole in the ground at Paw Print? No, that was done.
I checked that.
That was one of the first things.
Well, no, there's a second one, but I had checked that.
Oh.
Yeah, Dragon Roost led to... Dragon Roost led to Forest Haven. Forest Haven led to Tower. Tower led to Wind Temple. Earth led to Dragon Roost.
So there should be a platform
And
around here? Yeah. Where's the platform? There it is. Oh, hole on the ground!
Sure did just never check this.
I mean, it's easy to miss. You know what might have helped? The platform chart and the submarine chart.
Well, I mean, I think I have those, but they don't track which ones you visited.
No, they don't. That's true. They really should.
Do I even have the submarine chart? I actually might be missing that. No, I've got it. Yeah, there's not even that many. I thought I hit all
It really
these.
should tell you which ones you've completed. That's bullshit. Yeah, this is a pretty cool randomizer, honestly. I'm very impressed by, like, how much stuff it does. Like, it gives stuff text, it removes cutscenes, it gives you all these items. Like, this is pretty good. Do we have to deal with cannons? No. So ironically, we could have gotten this, like, a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
And yet here it is. Which one does this go to?
It's from Ambition. Ice Ring. Someone, well, I don't know how to explain Ambition. Someone else can try.
It's a Flash series of point and click. Well, not point and click.
Choosing dialogue
options games that are themselves part of a larger series of Flash games made by a guy that are all designed to help you learn how to negotiate, but none of them do anything of the sort because nobody in any of the Flash animations behave like actual humans that exist.
Amazing Grace.
And also, it actively gives you bad advice. Like, one of the Flash games he made was, like, you had to negotiate with a cop to get out of a speeding ticket, and the answer to the fucking game was to, like, convince the cop that you need to go to the hospital. And you do that, and that works, or something. Or was it that? No, it was like, you tell him that you...
Yep, Swift Sail is added by the randomizer.
You have to tell him that your wife is, like, dying or something, and you need to get
was
home
that
to see
camera
her,
angle?
and, like,
Oh, what is
like,
this
okay.
fresh hell?
So basically, the game says you should lie to the police to get out of the traffic ticket.
But
That's what it says.
but if you flirt with him, then he shoots you.
Yeah. Yeah, the Ambition series was never finished. It was left, I think he made every game in the series but the last one. I say I think because the only evidence that there was only one more is that the cliffhanger at the end of the second to last one was like, these questions answered.
I'm a terrorist.
These questions and one or two others answered in the next episode.
So keep in mind, I looked up where these treasure charts... I was hoping that would happen. I looked up where these charts were, but not what you dig up from them.
Yeah.
So these could still be worthless.
They could be.
I'm hoping for Bottle and Triforce Base. It's not going to be, but that would be the best.
I mean, the stupid thing about the cliffhanger at the end of the second to last episode is that, like, in the course of the second to last episode, the game outright tells you, like, who the villain is and who's behind it. Like, it's not a secret. So, the cliffhanger just didn't matter. The last game would have just been another shitty one like all the rest, in which you do things that make no sense, say things that are horrible things to say. People, like, make the most ridiculous faces at you that you've ever seen in your life, and that's it. That's the game.
I repeat, man. No.
Just gonna throw it out there. The reason in one of the Ambition games, the reason that the main character dies when hit with a fucking violin is because the person who does it is just mad that her husband cheated on her. So she rushes into a random office nearby, which happens to be yours, grabs your fucking grandmother's violin, and kills you with it. You know, things real people would actually do. Oh, it's in the dryer! Is from, that's from, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That's Master Shake trying to come up with ways to fuck with me.
Yeah, the entire sequence is, basically... He's like, meatwad, spaghetti time! Like, oh boy, spaghetti, now that's Italian! Yep, it is! There you go! And he just points to, like, the cord coming out of the TV.
Yeah, he
I wasn't too far off.
Yeah, you weren't. That's pretty good. Yeah, he puts a plate under...
No, he doesn't even do that yet.
Oh, that's right.
Like, he's just like, here it is, now eat it! And he's like, you're messing with me, aren't you? He's like, I'd never do that. This cord is black! Okay, here we go. Now it's spaghetti. Now you eat it. He puts the plate under it, and then he like Meatwad still doesn't eat it. He's just like, okay, you got me. The actual spaghetti got wet when I was boiling it, so it's in the dryer.
And he, like,
the way he says it is like
he tries to like stifle a laugh, but it doesn't work. Also, that was good.
I love the way he says it.
We couldn't really do a Let's Watch of Ambition because the problem is that Retsupre did the entire series and they already did a really good job, so
Yeah.
we wouldn't really be able to add anything to it. If like Ambition didn't have a Retsupre already done of it, then yeah, we could totally do that, but yeah, Aqua Teen was a really good show. It's a rare instance of a show that was consistently good the entire time. Like, I can't really think of a bad Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode. There were just slightly less stupid ones, which in this case was a bad thing. Red Spray's still around, they just don't do traditional Red Sprays anymore.
Oh no! Wrong button.
Swift sail, why? Oh, let's get bodied by these fucking bombs. Or not.
Alright, this is the last chance. Without me having to check all the Triforce pieces individually.
Oh, boy.
I didn't even realize this was a thing, or that I was missing it. So, what's the list again? Bottle, 4 heart pieces, Triforce piece. Is that it?
Hold on. Go back to the right one. That says 49.
Yeah.
Tracks. What are we missing?
It's 49. It's a 7x7 grid.
Oh, right. That's right.
So, but yeah, that's still quite a few items, considering only one of them is in Hyrule.
Yeah.
So I must have just missed a bunch of random platforms.
Yeah, that must be what it is.
The seed isn't pure cancer, it's just this is the nature of Wind Waker randomized.
This seed started out
Shit
really
could
fucking
be
good.
anywhere.
Like, this seed started out amazingly. We just bumped into all the best stuff right away.
I like this chart, this is the best one.
What the fuck is this? Moon phases?
No.
Or the ghost ship?
No, this is just, there's certain areas where at night a large, like, bunch of, like, basically you'll get 5 light rings in a circle.
Oh, those. I didn't know that had a chart.
They're really pointless, because they only give you rupees.
I didn't know that even had a chart. That's amazing.
I don't know if I'm missing any other random charts.
Where do you normally get the light ring chart?
I think you get it from a different chart.
Oh, what the fuck?
There's a few that are like that. Okay, so let's see. Like, obviously I can't look up individual heart pieces. Let me see where the bottle is.
Oh, here's gonna be one of the 4.
Okay, so... Boating Course Raft. I think I feel like I'm probably missing that one. Horseshoe... Lookout platform. I got that one. Cyclops Reef Lookout Platform. I probably got that. And Big Octograde Ferry I definitely got. So Boating Course Raft. Let's go get that. Fuck
nice! Fuckers. Could the treasure from the light rings be randomized? No. Well, like, they could be, but it didn't randomize those.
But yeah, I can't look up the heart pieces, and I can't look up which Triforce it is without checking them all, so... And the thing is, like, every fucking Triforce piece has been on, like, a lookout platform. None of them have been in notable places. At least not that I remember. Oh, no, there was one in the Wind Temple. I think that was the only one that was not in a stupid place. What are these 2 different things here? I guess that's Angular Isles, okay. I had mail? Really?
What?
I'll warp back.
You've got mail!
And before that's the Triforce base.
Are those the platforms over there?
No, it's just a raft. Like, what raft?
God, there's tons of shit out here. What raft? Those rafts?
Oh, what the fuck? There's just a chest out here?
Yeah, well, I mean, the game does that.
There is. I mean, yeah, the Iron Boots was in one like this, but that was at least next to a submarine.
Okay. Well, that was it.
God, that was a stupid place to have that.
Yeah, kind of.
Kill all the dudes now. I don't think there was anything else on this island.
Progressive wallet.
Yeah. Alright, let's,
Go check the mail. Yeah, trains are too advanced for Hylians.
Yeah, I checked all the fair. I mean, I've done every island. The only stuff that I could be missing is stupid bullshit like that is not advertised at all. Unless there was an island that I, like, did some of, realized I needed an item, and didn't come back, but I thought I remembered all those. What letter is this? This guy again?
Okay.
Is he gonna give me he's already given me... What was it? The light arrows, and his mom gave me the command melody. Is he gonna have the last Triforce piece, too? Nope.
Okay.
Alright. So how many locations in the cheat sheet are just called Raft? I'm curious. Boating course, 5-star Isles. That's it, just those two.
Huh.
There's only 2 random raft chests in the game. Okay. So, let's see. Triforce piece.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Triforce of Wisdom.
Shard. They are numbered, but I don't know which one I'm missing. It might be number 8. So, Cliff Plateau, Isles Cave. I feel like I probably did that. Fire Mountain, Big Octo. Definitely did that. Pawprint Isle... Choo Choo Cave, Scale the Wall? What? What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
I guess I can check that one. Rockspire, Eastern Lookout Platform. I got the treasure chart, so there's no reason I wouldn't have gotten the other one.
They're 2 different lookout platforms.
I would have checked them both, though.
Okay.
Five Eye Reef, destroy the cannons and gunboats. I
Sounds like something you
did
would
that. Needle Rock, Golden Gunboat, I did that. Southern Ferry. Destroy the platform. I don't know if I did that one specifically, but there's a good chance that I did. That paw print one sounds like that might be it.
Map Chester definitely did that, and that's it. So definitely go check paw print. Scale the wall. The fuck does that mean? Do the hole.
Why is everything at paw print?
There's a lot of shit at paw print. Like paw print had the mirror shield, I think.
Did it?
Or no,
No,
I'm sorry,
mirror-
that was like random guy in Windfall.
No, yeah, that was Salvatore.
Yeah,
Salvatore had the
Salvatore had it.
upgraded Master Sword, the
And
Mirror Shield,
Mirror
the
Shield.
Skull Hammer, and I think a Heart Piece. Like,
He had all the best shit. But no, paw print had a treasure chest. It had, I'm sorry, it had a Triforce chart. It had, paw print had some stuff. Apparently, paw print was not investigated very thoroughly.
yeah, I guess not. I came back for the second cave, though. And I even came back for the first cave, like, after I had bombs and stuff.
Oh yeah, these fucking diver guys. I think these guys had the Deku Leaf or something.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, Miss Marie had the, grappling hook. Like, there was a shit ton of stuff that was gotten early on. I especially like the 3 bags being gotten within, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Both... When you say both Lighthouse Heart Pieces, I assume you mean, talk to the dude and glide to the chest, because, yeah, I got both of those. Yeah, this is it. I didn't know this was a thing. Oh, come
Oh my
on.
god, asshole.
What lighthouse puzzle at night? What, just lighting it with the fire arrow? Because that's required for both of the things that I just said. Yeah, I did that. God damn it. Yeah, I don't think I ever realized this was here.
Fantastic. And so they fuse together.
Alright.
Well,
So somewhere in the game, there's still 4 heart pieces. Obviously, I'm not checking all those.
no. What else is missing?
I think that might be it.
Really?
Let's see.
Well, this screen's obviously full.
And I have all the I have like all the capacity upgrades. I have all the songs, the stuff on the right. I have all the charts. Unless there's like a random extra chart that I'm missing that I didn't notice. I think that's it. So it's just 4 heart pieces, and one of them could have replaced the light arrows. What was I gonna check? Oh yeah, if there's a green rupee.
Can you just search green rupee?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would be called green rupee or if it would just be called 1 rupee. Oh, god damn it. That's... I didn't want to be spoiled on that. Okay. I mean, people can guess where it is. I'm sure they... From the reaction... It's the light arrow chest. The green rupee replaced the light arrow chest. Oh, fuck off, game. I mean, I have to do it anyway. I'm gonna have to, I have to do it.
What is this seed? You start off getting everything, and then you just got fucked constantly in the second half. Like, what is this?
Oh my god. But
Have
yeah.
you been doing seed?
I can't believe it actually did that. Yeah, that would have been so perfect if I had gone into that not knowing it, but oh well. Nothing can be done about it now.
That was good.
Alright, well obviously I'm not finishing the game now because it's 3:30.
But all that is left to do is finish the game and get a fucking rupee.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so stupid.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
So, how many of the blue chews did I miss? Because there's, what, normally 19, I think? And one of these apparently came from, I got one of these from, like, the dating couple, which I don't know how that was even in the randomizer. But, alright. This game is stupid.
I just love that it randomized everything, and that green rupee could have been fucking anywhere, but it had to be there.
Yeah, last chest of
That is amazing. Why is there only 1 green rupee? Is that, like, in a chest somewhere?
It's normally, one of... There's 2 treasure charts you can get from the auction, and one of them leads to the green rupee.
Oh, okay.
There's no part of this image that I don't like.
Duke Crabtree on the left being very concerned.
Angry touchers attack now. Alright. So yeah, we're done. Don't forget to pee, and to pee, and to left your leg. I don't know what that meant.